Oh, yeah, you're back with us here on Swamp Talk, here on Interfed Radio, covering the action here in the Louisiana Swamp League. In studio, we have Commissioner Double R, Rob Ratliff. Rob, welcome to the show.
Thank you, brother. Glad to be here.
Oh, man, glad to have you here. Now, we managed to scrape up a special guest, uh, the one, the only, Stephen Blythe, aka Phantom Striker. Welcome to the show, Stephen.
Hey, how you doing, Flip?
Oh man, having a ball of a time here, being a bum at home and getting to do IWA, getting to do some IWA. Oh man, just lucky to lucky to be healthy. Hopefully everyone out there is staying safe with this whole coronavirus lockdowns, and like I said, hopefully things get back to normal soon. But until then, we got some LSL to cover, and we got a lot of new action here, brother. I know if you haven't heard it, we have our commissioner show that we just recorded. Go take a look at that, covering all our champions. A lot of action, but the one stealing the spotlight right now is AAA. Rob, what nice things do you have to say about these amazing fighters in AAA?
Oh man, honey, we got the gorgeous, the beautiful, the sexy Sugar Lips Rossi as the Diamond Rock World Champion.
Yeah, you know what? That was probably the shocker of the cycle, just to see her defeat, Erik Fontaine, send him into a cycle. I mean, wow, he's lost it. I mean, I know we've seen this before from Fontaine. I mean, we've seen his descent into becoming the Snake. So then he came out of that. So he's doing these circles, and I hope he doesn't get himself dizzy. Losing it so much. But shout out to Sugar Lips for bringing that home, and I wish nothing but the best to Fontaine in his I guess hunt back to the right side, because yeah, he doesn't look healthy right now, Rob. Let me tell you.
No, don't, Mr. Fontaine. Take it from me. Run to the back hole to hide, 'cause your days is numbered. Sugar
Oh,
Lips just put you in a can, brother.
oh man. I mean now Stephen, you got probably the best insight to this. You manage probably one of the craziest fighters in the association. I mean, Phantom Striker. And I don't think I've ever known Phantom Striker to turn, right? He's never handing out roses or giving hugs, right?
Well, not unless the Crimson Roses or Barbie's giving a hug. And I'm not talking about the hug you're talking about.
Yeah, because I mean, and Stryker is that kind of a character where you won't see him, you won't see him bend or break. He's got that attitude that just always on high. You got to be always on.
He had a run with Fontaine about a year ago. Remember?
Yeah, they had their words, and again, like I said, Fontaine is going through some tough times right now, and like I said, I wish him the best. But now, Stryker, dude, if you ever get a chance to watch some Swamp TV, the Sugar Lips, I mean, she finally showed her face, and my goodness, Rob, you're right, man. That is one sexy lady, man. Holy moly!
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now, needless to say, I can't say the same for the Indomitable. I can't say the same.
Well, I've seen his face, man.
Yeah.
Run for high ground on that one.
Yeah, but they've been winning. They've had success over the last couple of months. They've been kind of quiet. Prior to Double R telling them to shut their mouth and do their talking on the front page. They were talking. I mean, that they were, and now they've come back, but it's.
Well, Double R just put it out there plainly for him. If you're going to do your talking, then back it up.
Yeah,
And
cause
you know something? They had this
yeah,
year. They had
I
complete 180, I guess you want to say, or 360, whatever. They have turned it around. Uh, Sugar Lips, she's been in title scene after title scene. The Indomitable one, he's won titles. They've all been winning titles.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel they're on the right path now. You know, the one thing I enjoy is that they're very similar. They have their challenges. I did see, Fontaine had his plate loaded last cycle. I know I hate to, say it, and I don't want to, make excuses for the guy, but he also faced Time Bomb in a Portland hang match, and unfortunately,
He got hung.
he got hung. Oh man. So yeah, so I mean, he had a tough cycle there. I mean, so like I said, I know he's walking on the darker side of the road right now. But yeah, I mean, hopefully he sees his fans don't like it and he returns to the light. But now,
Fontaine, let me give you a word of advice. If you want to go to the darker side, you can, but you better back it up and watch what you say, because let me tell you something. If you run afoul of DOD, we will take you out.
yeah, you see, I think that's where the distinction, comes in, where, someone that's a good-hearted person turning is never going to be able to cross that line, whereas someone that's just plain, evil, deep down, cold-hearted, wicked person is not going to be afraid to cross that line like the DOD, like Phantom Striker, as where Fontaine, we've seen he has a heart. We've seen he's good. We've seen him care. I don't think when it comes down to it, I don't think he's going to cross that line, in this path that he's traveling. So, like I said, yeah, but, you know, good luck to him.
Yep,
I
I
don't think
agree
he's
with you
gonna
on
hell
that.
and come back.
Yeah, what was that, Striker? You don't think he's
He doesn't know what it's like to go to hell and come back.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that. Yeah, I don't think he'll be able to cross that line, and I hope he doesn't hurt himself. But now, um, talking about the DODs, I mean, we had mentioned them on the women's show, and we had mentioned how successful, the Reds have been over this last, in this new swamp era that we've had here. Victoria, Tessa have, won women's titles throughout. What's going on with our, local Reds? I know they've been teamed up with some pretty suspect, some suspectful characters. I don't know what's going on there. I mean,
Well, let's just put it this way. The Reds, they got tired of people thinking that they was actually nice people. Uh, the Reds, like you mentioned, are DOD. DOD's bad guy. We may not play bad all the time. We may just sit back a cycle or two and watch what happens. That's the way the Reds are.
oh
Uh,
yeah,
they just like to kind of do like the family strikers. They like to hit and run.
yeah, yeah. They'll cut you in the dark, and you'll never see it coming.
Uh,
But
like
But they've always been. The Reds have never. I mean, heck, her name is Violent Victoria Red. It's like, yeah, you don't expect that girl to be handing out candies to the fans.
well, Lord no, I mean, she won the first LSL women's world title in the swamp, for the LSL. And what she do? She went, started putting them in uh, uh, what did we call it? The gas attack. She went and some people said shit on them,
Oh,
but it was just a fart attack. What it was. she put them in them. She put them in that like a Boston crab thing, and just made them yelp.
Her finisher, Steven, is called the gas lock. Just oh man, you could imagine the chorizo that she has for breakfast to get that ruthless gas.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I can remember everybody talked about that when I grabbed that picture and when she went up for the first LSL women's title and won it. You know, she put, oh shoot, who was it? She put in, anyway, she put them in that and I grabbed that picture out and it went,
Oh yeah, that was great right there. Yeah. Now,
that baby was screaming, help,
mhm.
help. Blankly blanked on.
Oh man, that's why we love the Reds. I mean, they've had their fair share of interactions with the likes of the Hart Foundation. When the Hart Foundation just arrived, Redrum thought he wanted to be the only Red here, so he went after the Reds and started beating them up. And he soon found out that Big Papa don't play. Big Papa.
He found out the Reds are back.
Oh yeah, they got their backup now. Then the Reds go and they have their little tangle with Pipsqueak. So yeah, the Reds have been they've been having their fun around here. That's another person that you really got to get to know there, Steven, is that Pipsqueak character, man. Holy moly!
I don't trust that little bastard.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because right now, he's been hanging around these bunnies that this tag team called the Bunnies. And but like you said, I wouldn't trust that guy as far as I can toss him. So
I tell you what, Speedy, he tried to do a little crash talk on Big Mama Red and found out the hard way. You don't play with Big Mama Red. She put him in a commode hole.
oh, she flushed that
With
poor
a porta potty.
oh, poor Pipsqueak. Yeah, he's had a pretty interesting career here himself, but he's been quiet as of late. After Big Mama and Big Papa beat them, and then he managed to beat them in a he cheated. He had Big Papa fight on his knees, and so it's kind of hard to fight on your knees. Uh,
Yeah, well,
even as talented as Big Papa is, but he cheated. That's just
I hate
Pipsqueak.
gay flip, but they gave that to him.
Yeah, you know what? Big Papa's just being nice. He's all like, hey, you know what? Give the little Pipsqueak give him a handout. So
Let's let him win one so
yeah,
he think he's so good.
he'll shut his mouth, and he did. He shut his mouth for a little bit, but it's like that eerie quiet before the storm, and then the storm comes, and you're like, oh man, was I ready? What did we do? Did we really open Pandora's box? Like no. So yeah, fun times coming in the swamp. Now,
Well, I
uh,
will say this, show Catfish Rob did award him and Ellie Mae a good award this year.
he did. That is the Stinker Award will make an appearance in the Steel tomorrow. So keep your eyes there, and then who knows? It may even go from the Steel somehow to the Bronze. You never know, but keep your eyes out for that, Rob. Now,
Oh,
we
I got my eye out.
yeah. Now we mentioned Ricky Kyle, and we mentioned his him coming to the Steel and to the Swamp from the Gold, where he won tons of gold, but he brings some history with him. I mean, he's been in leagues with some of our talent. He was in the NWL with Willowick and Redrum, so he has a history with them. He was in the uh, in other with Lockdown, I believe, was also there. So there is some history coming. So I can't wait to see that unravel, and he brought some he brought some trouble along with him because this Poison 1 and Poison 2 uh, are two wicked individuals. Let me just say it like that. So
Are we gonna call them the poison darts?
you know what? Yeah, they are definitely yeah, they're definitely coming with a poison tip. Yeah. So you know what? Let's now again. I'm more interested in Ricky, but I know you can't have the good with the bad. So yeah, we're getting poison 1 and poison 2. So now so good luck to them. But while we're talking about them, they mentioned a pair, and it's funny that they mentioned them because they said Duchesne, your time is up. And if we're talking Duchesne, then you're talking Paul and Maurice. And here's where Ricky probably should have done his homework a little bit. But if you're talking Duchesne's, then you should be following the action between them and General and what's this other knucklehead's name? Harvey? No,
I believe it is.
I forget the other knucklehead's name, but the general and his army have the upper hand. I think it's I think they've even claimed victory over the Duchesnes last year. So if you're thinking you're coming after the Duchesnes, and keep your eyes out for the general, because Chuck Mobley is definitely no one to overlook here in the swamp.
I think the Shane's going to pick out Kyle.
Oh, I'm sure those two are going to definitely eventually cross path, but again, don't overlook the general, because yeah, you know what? He's that silent killer. He's kind of like King Achilles and Prince Tyr. I mean, they're legends here in the Steel. So they'll make their cameo from time to time, and next thing you know, you're wondering why your nose is broken.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Now, so shout out to the Duchesnes, Paul and Maurice, and like I said, keep an eye on each other's backs, because looks like AI and Ricky Kyle are looking for trouble. So now,
Look far.
yeah, keep now, speaking of looking for trouble, um, you started some yourself there with Catfish John, and getting one up on Bullfrog and his knuckleheads that send good old Bullfrog crying, looking for help. And looks like he's look to the,
Got some, didn't he?
well, yeah, it looks like he's teamed up with Legion and the Age of the Fallen, and I can't blame him. I mean, I think you scared him into that, because I think when he saw that you realized that he was going to pull the rug from under your feet, you decided to clothesline him before. You decided.
Oh, really?
I'm speaking what I think. I mean, because he for about it had been what 3 or 4 cycles, he was every trash talk, Stephen, would be like he would be your friend, but right before he would open the door, he would be talking shit about you.
Oh, yeah.
Or he'd invite you in for drinks, and then he wouldn't even drink. He'd just like toss the drink over his shoulder.
Well, they'll say, if you're going to talk the talk, you got to do the walk.
Yeah. So Catfish saw the signs and saw it coming, and then he beat him to the punch. He literally beat him to the punch. Oh.
Well, put it this way: Catfish John literally beat him within an inch of his life.
Oh. Now he recovered. He
Well,
recovered, and he managed to somehow beat John for a title that he had. That we'll eventually get some clarification as to how John, stole that title or won that title. But so that yes, this is going to make it. This is going to make it interesting. Well,
we'll get the clarification on how he won that title.
I thought you had something to say about that. You're like Johnny, he may be bad, but he don't go around stealing titles.
No, no.
Nice. So now,
Well,
now,
John's just gonna let him play it, and he'll see. He'll see when it comes out.
oh yeah. Now we mentioned Bullfrog. He's member of Age of the Fallen now, but it looks like he's still claiming one of a kind. So it looks
Yeah,
like he hasn't let go of one of a kind. So it looks
yeah.
like
He just
if
kind
I was Legion, if you've seen his what was that, Rob?
He just kind of joined to get bigger and better health, I believe.
Yeah, I definitely think he joined to look for some backup. So if I was Legion, I would watch out. Yeah, I don't think you can trust that guy either. I mean, I wouldn't put him. I wouldn't put him right with Pipsqueak because Pipsqueak, you just know he's just a scumbag. But
Ain't nobody
Bullfrog,
worse than Pipsqueak.
oh nobody, oh no, dude, you should see him in the LSL. Nobody wants to sign a match
Let
with
me
him.
say this: Legion don't trust the Reds either because we've already had a run-in with you once before, and you kind of beat the Reds to the punch on that one.
Now the Reds teamed up with Legion as well.
No, you
Oh,
you forget where he hung Sassy Red?
I was about to say that. I was like, how in the world would that? That would definitely not. Now, granted, it was technically Death Inferno doing the hanging, but it was definitely on Legion's orders. So, those Age of the Fallen guys, they, like I said, they're going to be trouble around here. But I'm glad to see, Legion has managed to bring home the cruiserweight title. So it looks like things are looking up for the Age of the Fallen here in the LSL. Um, Now, speaking of the Age of the Fallen, the Darkness Dean himself. Looks like he beat some sense into Sloth and the rest of the IOD guys because after he dared challenge one of the best here in the LSL, Stephen, to a best of 7 and got swept.
Oh my gosh.
Now after he got swept, I guess the beating must have knocked some sense into him that he's been on fire, like winning the TV title, winning regionals, like just hot. So I guess some people just need a good beating to go on to get back on track.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you said that part. You come think of it, Legion beat up, or as you said there, beat up Sassy Red, and then she turned around and won the Steel Unfed Women's World title. So,
Nice, yeah, yeah. Sometimes it just takes a little motivation in the form of you know, good old beating, good old beating. Oh man. Now, speaking of people, uh, going a little crazy, and now, this Horacio Sanderson.
okay.
Do you know the Sandman, Rob?
Uh, I kind of had a run in or two with you.
Yeah, the Sandman is interesting because he basically wants to be worshipped.
He kind of thinks it'd be sort of like a godlike, I guess you want to say.
Hey, well, yeah, he's calling us to come and worship. So, yeah, he's definitely going down that that godlike demeanor. So interesting character. So I'm curious to see where he goes. He's one of those in the top in terms of wins. So I know he's definitely guaranteed himself shots at the TV and the World Swamp titles. So yes, I
I'm
know.
with
We'll,
that. I'm kind of interested in seeing what he wants to do with that one.
yeah, no, I'm curious if he'll make his bid for the World Swamp since he is one of our top fighters. Like I said, I definitely would want to see him in that hunt for the World Swamp. It just makes the competition healthy around here, and I think it just gives that title more meaning. Um, Now, who are we seeing here? Now I'm actually going to look at some of the. I know we have.
Little trash talk here.
Yeah, a little trash talk here and there. We mentioned Kyle. We mentioned AAA. We mentioned 10K. We mentioned IOD and those guys. Um, who are we missing here? We mentioned Fontaine. We mentioned the Bunnies.
Well, you got that Jake Walker
Uh, uh,
on that one.
Jake Walker. Yeah, there's another hot upstart. Now someone like Jake has a lot of desire, full of energy. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
agree with you there. He's a you guy that wants to make a name for himself.
yeah. Now, I guess the best way you can make a name for yourself is, you know, is climb the ladder. Go from the top, from the bottom to the top. And I guess if we're talking LSL, if you're talking the bottom, then I guess you got to beat Pipsqueak because he's at the bottom. He's at the bottom. I'm sorry, Pipsqueak. Pipsqueak, I love you, but
Well,
what did you?
it's kind of like Catfish
Okay.
Dropkick in your favorite. He gave him the bottom award.
Yeah, you got to start from the bottom. So I think Jake Walker. I think that would be a good place to start. Get him a shot at Pipsqueak, see how he does against the midget, because you have to be able to handle the adversity. When you're going into these big pay-per-views, and I think having to deal with a knucklehead like Pipsqueak, you got Ellie Mae in the corner. So yeah, you got to deal with all those obstacles. Do you have enough backup to survive in a big pay-per-view match? So yeah, I think that would be good for him.
Yeah,
Well, hey, I'm just saying. Well, Rob, what do you think?
I think it would be a good matchup. I'd like to see it.
Right? I mean, you can't just. I mean, it's like as if you automatically got a title, shot. I mean, Pipsqueak had to endure the fact that until he won 10 matches, he wasn't going to be able to compete for any titles.
Well, he
And
had,
and after 17 cycles, he finally got his 10 wins, and he was able to compete for commissioner titles.
and he had to endure the wrath of the Reds.
Oh yeah, I mean, those were a long 17 cycles to get those 10 wins, but he managed.
Yeah.
I wonder what the next 17 cycles will bring.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, we'll see where Pipsqueak leads. I mean, I know he got a couple changes coming with his group. He needs a little more help than Rocco. I think he realized that he can't have someone just chewing turnbuckles. Just
I actually think Tim was going to try to make him a tadpole belt.
oh no, 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 no. Let's not even go there. We got, oh man, but yeah, yeah. I hope Pipsqueak manages to win more than 10 matches this year. Last year, like I said, last year was a tough year. But who else do we have? We had who was that? Ricky Rage. Looks like Ricky Rage is going to be making his debut here in the LSL. So shout out to Ricky Rage. I hope he makes an impact while he's here. Like I said, good to have cameos from time to time from outsiders. Um,
Got a little going to do first. He's going to have to see if he can spit Wicked first.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I definitely want to see him involved. I mean, it'll definitely we can definitely get him into the openers here at our pay-per-views. Get him some action in the under the spotlights, and yeah, hopefully he manages to win over some fans. And obviously we do have our open titles. Obviously the G-Force title is there. Feel free to challenge for that one. That'll like I said, you don't have to wait around and wait for that title. You can go right after the champion. So at least we give people the opportunity to just come in and chase something.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I know we mentioned Catfish and his kind of turn against Bullfrog? Is he just waiting for a response right now before he tangles up anywhere else?
Well, that's a good point, Flip. You know the old saying, Catfish John he's kind of one of them hit and miss things too. He likes to just hit and go and see what happens. But it's safe to say
Yeah,
it's safe to say he's got something up his sleeve.
oh yeah, but I definitely don't think the one of a kind, especially as talkative as they've been, I don't think they're gonna let that slide. I don't think they're gonna let that slide. So I'd keep my eyes out. I think I told you off air where I think you caught him by surprise. I don't think he was expecting to get one upped.
Well, he did mention the word annihilation. The Reds, uh, the Reds don't take that lightly. The Reds can annihilate you too.
Yeah, they'll get you before you know it.
And in this case, Catfish John don't have the last name of a Red, but he's part of the Red family.
Oh, you see that definitely if you throw yeah, that's definitely something when you unravel that definitely makes sense. Yeah.
And it's kind of like I told you before, Flip. When we was talking on here on one of these shows, Catfish John is the brother of Catfish Rob. Them two are twins. So, you never know who you're going to get.
Oh yeah. You pull a quick one. Pull a quick one.
Uh, uh, they kind of played around a few times, kind of, like on the TV show, The Bella Twins.
Right. Do the little switcheroos.
Yeah, they've done a few things like that before, and they've also done some things where, when the guys really thought they had Catfish John, they was what they didn't know, they really had Catfish Rob right there.
Yeah, no, I mean you gotta be careful, especially here in the swamp where there's so much shenanigans that come up. Like, I mean, did you ever think that Fontaine would flip and go and beat up not only Mad Dog Mikey, but then he goes and he beats up Sugar Lips, and then he thinks he's just gonna get away with it. He's walking and walking. He's over here beating up on Sugar Lips, and God bless Ricky Steamboat for not liking to see women getting beat up, and
Yeah, let's just say that Ricky the Fox Steamboat was in the right place at the right time. And, Ricky,
Fontaine meet Barbie. That'll take care of Fontaine.
dude, this Ricky goes and he hears her screaming and yelling. He goes and runs into the ring, and just Ricky's chops are world renowned, but before the chop, Ricky just magically lands
Lucky
that
Boot Shop.
oh yeah, the boot to the nuts definitely will get you each and every time.
And when he spat down on his knees, he should never have looked up.
Oh yeah,
I
got that.
mean, you look up that chop right between the eyes, they'll wake you up or knock you out one.
Oh yeah, yeah. I felt bad for Fontaine because he got I mean, even though AAA has been, and I can't I'm thinking back, Rob, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I never saw AAA attack. I mean, they talk shit. I'm not going to defend them because they were pretty nasty with their words at times, but I never saw them attack.
That's another thing right there. I'm talking as double R right here. Double R, Rob Rapp, He was right there at the match. He didn't see no jumping behind. It sounded to me like a slow job blowing here in the wind.
Yeah. So, I mean, I mean, obviously, like I said, this is, this is a definitely one of those places where if you want trouble, you're going to find trouble. And I think Fontaine's barking up the wrong tree right now because he's gonna find trouble quick. And I can't wait to see where this goes. Now he got friends. That's the good.
Oh yeah, he
He
went
got
down.
a lot of backup. I know the bunnies. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now is the time to go and gather some of them friends and because times are gonna get it tough, especially since you picked on Triple A's Sugar Lips that uh, led to Ricky stepping in, and yeah, that's not good for you. It's not good for you.
This is Double R here again saying, I know there's something going on between Triple A and the Reds. I'm not sure what's going on right there yet. But I will say this, Erik Fontaine, or whoever the hell you want to call yourself, uh, when you go down the wrong road, as you just did with Sugar Lips, you just opened the door for the whoop ass from the Reds.
Yeah,
Now, I know the Reds right now are kind of having a little problem with Triple A, and we don't mind. It's just good competition. We don't mind. We have to beat the crap out of each other, we will. But when it comes down to time to back each other up, hopefully they'll back us up because we sure as hell will back them up.
oh, that's some good words right there, brother. Yeah, it's gonna get tough around here, but I'm curious to see where Legion goes with his Age of the Fallen. Obviously, the next and biggest and probably like the baddest group here is the DoD. So I think if Age of the Fallen is kind of gathering their troops, and we got DoD on one side, we obviously got the newcomers AI. The Duchesnes have always pretty much rode with the DoD because they've always had them closely together. So I know they'll side with the DoD. So
And
got it.
that's another thing. DOD's never asked for help from anyone. If they want help, that's fine. Step on in there with us. Uh, we don't mind having help, but we're not going to ask for it. If you want to come on in and help, that's fine. But now, DOD is more than power enough to give you hell whoever you are. We don't care if you're 10, 12, 15, 20. We may just be 5, 6, 7 guys.
Yeah,
And
you know what that was. I think that's the one thing that caught my attention because when I saw what's his name side with the Age of the Fallen, I was like, ooh, there's some there's some breaks. I was like, oh, are they gonna stick with DoD or are they gonna go with Age of the Fallen? And when I saw one of them break off, I was like, ooh, this is getting interesting. I,
yeah,
I was I wasn't expecting the Dean of Darkness to side with the Age of the Fallen, but then again, when you're the Dean of Darkness, I guess you
I
never
would
know.
think, and I really don't know where it's going to go, but I will say this. DOD is going to stick to their guns. We're bad guys. We always have been, always will be. And like I said, we may slow down for a while and then we'll step out into the spotlight. Flip, as you know, DOD, we hit and run too. Uh, we don't play niceys. We can give and take just with the best.
No, I agree with that. Uh, now, of course, being the swamp, we always have newcomers that came in, but we had some interesting newcomers to the swamp, and I'll try and get through these three newcomers without, or excuse me, four newcomers without laughing too hard. But The first one is Mr. M. Mitt Smith.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that.
Hey, Mr. M. Mitt Smith is here. So shout out to him. Mr. Troy Aikman. Mr. Troy Aikman is also here. So shout out to Mr. Troy Aikman.
Oh.
Also making their way to the LSL, we have D. Jan Sanders. So shout out to D. Jan Sanders, also in the swamp. And last but not least, Misery. So shout out to them and welcome to the swamp.
Come on in, brother, sister.
Yeah.
The yard. Come on in and join in the fun.
I definitely like the take on the Dallas Cowboys. So shout out to their manager for that. When I saw them, I started cracking up right away. I'm like, nice, very nice. Welcome to the swamp.
Welcome in, brothers and sisters, or whoever.
Yeah.
Like I said, heck, you might even be a half and half for all we know.
Now, I know we mentioned them during the commissioner side, but we had the luchadores. We had el hijo de mil demonios and el monje cavernario, who have.
Oh, yeah.
Steven, is that you? Is that you?
Yeah, I'm laughing the way you said that stuff. I'm sorry, man. It's the way you said it, Teresa.
Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And they've been kicking butt. They've been kicking
They
butt.
have?
Yeah.
Oh.
For crying out loud, I have no idea. And they came in and they originally just sent in a couple pictures, and then they went inactive, I think, because I don't think they're active. But they keep winning because I guess their tag their strategies are flowing, and whoever we're sending after them is still winning. So
Well,
these
heck, they won that tag team title, and nobody can take it from them.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it already, where we want to see more teams that use the trash talk to challenge for these titles, because we got to be able to beat these inactives. Come on, guys, like figure it out. Like, and right now it's not open, so the commissioner is signing his own match against them. But I definitely want the actual people that are competing in tag teams to message the commissioner or shout out to him that you want a shot, because we got to beat those stinking luchadores, those fakes, those wannabes.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad you said that, because DOD's had some run in with luchadors before, and man,
I've had run-ins with luchadors before.
Those stinkers.
man,
Renegades had run-ins with luchadors, remember?
yeah, I know it.
Oh man, I know Rob is a big fan of luchadors. Those guys gave him trouble over in the Nightmare League.
Oh Lord.
But so let's get some of the trash talk and make sure you get it on there and challenge for those titles. Now, I'm trying to think of what else we got to get on this one. Shout out to Stamboli for winning the Battle Royal, and good luck on your King of the Swamp match next cycle versus Jason Rogue. Hope to hear from you. Hint, hint, hint. We love you, Timmy. I know you got a lot going on, but 1-2 liners more than enough.
Any kind of talk will help us, brother.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to be a paragraph, just a sentence or two to let us know you're alive.
Yeah, let us know what your fighter's thinking. Whether you're happy for that title match. I mean, especially when you got title matches or when you have a title, that should be something that should be easy trash talk. Whether you're just gloating or wishing the other person goes to hell and drops dead before your match. No, that's not. No, that's not nice. That's not. That's not. Oh man. But
Before we even get going anymore like this, Well, you would bring something up about double R and triple A getting a little cozy.
Yeah, I thought they were in cahoots.
Well, I'll let you read the women's report and see what you think of it.
Oh no, poor let's see here. Yeah, because you were giving them shot after shot after shot. So now
I,
here
Wait a
okay,
minute.
so hi LSL, this is the co of the women's division double R. The women's had a good cycle on the LSL title page. I hate to say it, but Sugar Lips went to a draw with Susan Black of the AWL. You see, I told you they're in cahoots. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Roxy, but you got your shot at the women's t- title shot and damn draws. See, I wish you the best. I knew they were in cahoots. Even made her the #1 champion. Yep, I knew it. They are in cahoots.
But it was the part I think you didn't read at the bottom that can't seem to be drawing some heat.
Uh-oh, come and get us, AAA.
Uh,
Now AAA looks like
Not
AAA wants some of the Bloods and six-man action.
well,
Uh-oh, you won't beat them. But to say you want their blood, ooh, them fighting words. Okay. So Rob is actually So okay. I'm glad this is going to be a good challenge for them, man. But I still think they're in cahoots. It just better not be one of them. What did we say that one time those two were going to fight? They better not be a slap fight. Oh,
you now,
yeah.
Fred, come on.
No, we better not get no slap fight. Now, speaking of a possible slap fight, what are your thoughts? I mean, we have Chicken Legs Peg. Now, Stephen, this fighter has these enormous jugs, just enormous, and she goes around, and instead of fighting, she signs dance offs. So she just has dance matches.
Dance off.
You
Yeah.
heard right, yes, dance offs. And she's had some weird matches though. She had like a shark cage match. She had some other funny matches, but she gets most of her attention by basically shaking her boobs. Is basically what it boils down to. Um, at times, it even seems, Rob, that she's paid off the refs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely buying off or working on their laps or something. I mean, she definitely is winning you
She
know
sure is working on their backs. I give
yeah
you
yeah, definitely untraditionally, but she is winning. So now she gets a shot at the Steel Interfed title. Obviously, the AWL commissioner isn't going to let her just go and shake her boobs over there and bring home a title. So, uh, what are your thoughts on the provocative chicken legs? Do you think she has a shot, or do you think she's just going to get
what do you think, Steve?
I think she has a shot.
nice?
Well, she got the shot. She went fair and square. Uh, but I will tell you this. Chicken Legs Pig, you saw what happens when you piss off the Reds. I mean, you done run afoul of the Reds before. Uh, you took Sassy's Red World title when he were over the head with it.
Ooh,
Seen what happened after that.
Ouch.
I mean, Tessa the Fox just didn't take kindly to that.
yeah. It looks like chicken legs is pissing off a couple people because looks like the bunnies also went after her. So yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to see how if Chicken Leg even survives this cycle. So should be fun.
Well, she's got enough favors though to survive.
Yeah, she's gonna end up definitely worse than Pato the Duck. Than Pato the Duck, featherless.
And, I don't know who she was paying off to win them matches against when she had them matches, but she was doing that too.
Oh yeah, she was like I said, she was working. Her angles in every way, paying off, lap
She worked
dances,
on things
boobs in
with.
the face. Yeah, any which way except fair. Any which way except fair. Oh man. All right, guys. Well, I think we covered most of the trash talk and angles. Like again, definitely I said use your trash talk wisely. Make sure you're challenging for some of the titles there. We got the six pack title there. We have the extreme tag title that needs some attention, that need a little more competition. So use the trash talk wisely. Uh, yeah,
There's
so shout out to all the fighters that have title matches. Make sure you mention it or try and get some kind of a mention in it. If you have a title, don't forget to gloat. We enjoy some gloating.
Yep.
I think that covers it. Rob, is there anything else you wanna get on this show, Steven? Anything else you want to get on?
I'd like to see Mr. Fantastic trash talk. That's like a legendary wrestler.
Mr.
Who?
Fantastic? Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. Good luck there.
Yeah.
I used to give him a trash talk before in the good old days, but I haven't seen him trash talk lately.
Mm.
I'll
I,
tell you
I,
what. If you want to team up or if you want just knock him, come on into the LSL. Take him on. He's hot right now.
yeah, Mr. Fantastic is he's been on a hot streak right now. But yeah, we definitely would love to hear from him.
Oh yeah. And there's one of I'm gonna put it out here right here now. Uh, Erik Fontaine or whoever the heck you are. Ricky Steamboat will team up with Rossi anytime she wants. So if you want it, bring it.
Ooh, nice. That'll be a good mix match right there. Yeah, I'd love to see if Fontaine chooses as a partner to go up against Steamboat and Roxy. That'd be a good one.
Right.
Oh yeah, sugar. Yeah, man, Sugar Lips is hot, bro. Yeah. We'll leave it at that, you guys. So check out the LSL. A lot of fun, a lot of action going on, a lot of trash talk, and hope to see you guys there tomorrow. Tomorrow. All right, guys. You've been listening to Swamp Talk, Trash Talk Edition with Commissioner Double R Rob Ratliff and special guest Stephen Blythe, aka Phantom Striker. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
So long, everyone. And Tim, hope you hear it.